So we'll start out with a size 12 hook, and we're going to secure it in our vise. Get it nice and tight there. Now we will be using 70 denier Danville 70 denier brown thread. So get that right here. Get our thread, start right up next to the eye. Start wrapping back towards the bend of the hook. Taking overlapping wraps, that way it stays. Keep doing that. Get it nice and wrapped back there, almost to the bend. Then we will snip our tag end off. We'll start wrapping. We'll wrap over that tag end of thread just to make it look a bit nicer. Over there, wrap a bit further down towards the bend of the hook. Now I am using goose biots for the tail. As you can see, I'm gonna have them both spread out like that. And if you look, they have a concave side. They have like a concave side to where like it looks almost like a U. We want both of those sides against each other, the bottom of the U sides against each other, which will pull them apart at the very ends to make a really nice looking split tail. This might take a little while, but once you get the hang of it, it does not take too long. As you can see here, it is taking me a little bit longer, but because I like to slide. But there I have it. As you can see, they're nice and split. Measure the tail the size of the hook. Bring it back to your tying thread, and we will tie it off right there and get it secured right on top of the hook. Wrap a little more ways down towards the bend just to secure it all. And then we will take our scissors and we will clip off the butt ends of the biots. Next thing we will do is we will be wrapping over the butt ends just to sort of clean it up a bit, make it easier for putting dubbing in. We'll be wrapping back to about where the biots are, not all the way back there because you still want some room. But anyway, here's the dubbing that I'm going to be using. It'll be brown dubbing, just like a tan color. And we will take some of that and dub it onto our thread, which is what I'm doing here. As you can see, let's get a nice dubbing rope, whatever it's called. Get it to look halfway decent. Mine doesn't look all that nice here, but anyway. And then we want to start with the wrapping at the back of the tail. That way we just cover it all up and make a nice body. Wrap up to about maybe 1.5 eye hook spaces between the eye and the dubbing. Now I'm going to be using deer hair, and I have stacked it. Already, you want to put in your stacker and stack it up, which is what I am doing here. Then you want to just take it out of your stacker and grab the aligned tips with your left hand, I'm pretty sure. As you can see, they're pretty much aligned. I did jostle it a little bit, so they aren't all that aligned. Then you want to measure something about the length of the hook. You can make it a bit longer, just so that you can clip off some of the stuff to make it all even. Now I'm just going to tie it on top of the hook, and it will want to spin around the hook, so you want to do a lot of different wraps to try to just keep it from spinning. As you can see, I'm going to wrap in front and then behind and then in front, and my hook is moving, which is not good. Then go behind, tighten my hook up a bit here. You just want to keep taking wraps until it won't spin anymore. Then I'm going to clip off the butt ends, and then I'm going to pull this up to vertical. Make sure you get all the fibers here. And I'm going to start wrapping around it, sort of like a post, but not really like a post, because that's not what we're trying, because we aren't going to wrap around the base of it with the hackle. We are just wrapping around it just so that it stands on end, which might be a little difficult, but posts are kind of hard to make, but once you get the hang of it, you should be able to crank them out pretty quick. And you'll have your own ways of wrapping on posts and stuff to make them stay up. So, yeah. Now I'm going to take some hackle. It's just brown hackle, and I'm going to measure it to make sure it's the right size. It can be a little bigger, so for the hook that you're using, but the size of it is the best. But anyway, I'm going to prepare it the way I usually do. Then I'm just going to tie it onto the hook. If I have not already made a video on how to prepare it, I will make a video on how to do that. But anyway, I'm going to attach it, and then I'm going to wrap over those butt ends of the deer hair. Try to cover all of that white with your thread. Now I'm just going to start wrapping up the hook. Now I'm showing you two ways here. This is one way that you can do it that does not work all that well. You'll see in the video how it slips and comes unraveled about there. See, that does not work all that well. Then you have to rewrap absolutely everything. So as you can see here, I'm taking a wrap, and then I'm going to hold it down with my finger until I grab the other side and take another wrap and then hold it down. That way it does not unravel on me, which works pretty good. So here I am up by the eye. I will take some wraps of tying thread to secure that. And you do not want it coming unraveled at this point, because that would just ruin all your work. So I'm gonna put and tie it off there. Some good tight wraps. Then I'm gonna snip it off. As you can see, it's kind of a mess here, but I will clean that up at the end of the video. I'm just going to preen everything back, take some wraps over the butt end, just to make sure that it's totally secure. Now I'm going to take my whip finish tool and do a whip finish here. I don't know how much I'm going to do, but you just want to do it to make sure that it has a nice looking head on it. So let's see. So I did a 6-turn whip finish to make it look nice, but you can do more, you can do less, just do not do too many. If you're going to do more than 10, you can probably do 10 at a time, and then you want to do another whip finish. But anyway, here I am cleaning up all of the stray feather, whatever they're called. Everything that's sticking out everywhere, just cleaning it up a little bit, trimming the top deer hair to make it all even. And there is your finished fly. This is a mayfly pattern, so there's your finished mayfly. See you on the next video.